Yeah. So how do what I'm saying? What is the first step to being a label?
Oh, so yeah, that definitely distribution. Without the right distribution, you're not going to be a label,
Uh huh.
or you're just not going to do many things.
Yeah.
um, so aside from distribution, you need to have like you need to be very organized actually, because you're going to be talking with a lot of people, and you're going to need shit like a contract, a write up. You're going to have like what you offer as a label to artists. Like and some kind of thing to incentivize people to sign with you. You know what I mean? And for that, you're gonna have to have like a personal following, or some kind of like advantage in some way.
Mm-hmm.
And for us at that point, it was like kind of like an aesthetic thing, and also a group thing. Like a lot of labels weren't really pushing groups or community; they were just kind of doing their shit, which is like cool. But like our particular stance was always about community. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like building that channel. So when people and like still to this day, when people sign with us, the reason is because they want to be introduced to our community. When I post a post on Instagram, hella people show up. You know what I mean? That person gets hella ads. You know what I mean? And so it's like that's I feel like is our advantage. So to be a label, you have to have some kind of like perks to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so for that you have to be grinding before that probably.
Uh huh.
And yeah, once you have distribution, once you have like advantages, then really it's just about A&Ring,
Choosing what you want.
exactly, scouting out artists, and just like having, doing, and then you get down to the actual release, which is like planning, like talking with them, like, hey, when would you like to release it? So do you have a concept in mind, or would you like me to design a concept for you? And then I'm gonna think about cover art. Does it need to be mastered? What kind of project is it gonna be? When is it dropping? So
before we get to that, explain like how you got a distribution.
yeah, so I was hella lucky. A dude introduced it, or he introduced me to like one of the main dudes of a company that I still work with right now, and yeah, he introduced us via email, and I replied, and kind of like right then and there it was like, or it wasn't right then and there, like it was a couple months later. Me and the dude were talking, and yeah, I signed a distribution deal, and it was just that.
So it was just who you know.
Yeah, basically 100%.
So
like,
it was an artist?
yeah, it was another artist, one that I would always put on my playlist and stuff like that. And that company that he introduced me to, it's invite only. So
oh wow,
that was like another thing. I couldn't have even like applied to it if I wanted to.
Yeah.
So in that sense, it really was all who. And honestly, like the more I go along in this music business, that's being truer and truer.
Well, who you know?
Yeah, who you know. But also, it's like who you know is important. But like you can know Elon Musk, but if you're not sitting down with him and asking him questions like, what's that gonna do for you?
Yeah, if you're whack, it's like, why are you here?
Exactly. He's not gonna spend his time with you. You know what I mean? So like, I'm always trying to ask people questions. You know what I mean? And like dive deeper and see what kind of value they can, like provide.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because like, it's not enough to know people. You gotta ask people. Like there's a couple people that I pay like $100 an hour just to chat on the phone with them.
Damn.
And just ask them questions, like like whether they be they own other labels, or they're connected to so and so. You know what I mean? Like I hop on the phone, bro, and pay for the time because they appreciate that too. You know what I mean? And then it's business. The more you fucking talk with each other, then maybe they're not gonna want to charge you after a while.
Yeah.
Then y'all are cool and like that. You know what I mean? But it takes that kind of like that earned. You know what I mean? Like, you got to earn that. And I feel like that's what a lot of this is about. You got to earn your way into these people's, like, attention. You know what I mean?
Yeah.